Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Window Shopping. I'm your host, Stephen Meade with Domicile Real Estate. Welcome back. If you're returning to us, this is where we take a look at cool architectural and unique homes that are on the market and what we think about them and what they are not saying in the MLS. Quick commercial: if you love architectural or unique homes, or you have an architectural unique home that you'd like to sell, we would absolutely love to chat with you. So definitely hit us up. Let's get started. This is a house that I am calling the Goldilocks. And the reason why it's the Goldilocks is because it just seems to hit all the right notes. It's not the best in any particular category, but it offers a lot of value and it really gives you a little bit of a taste of a whole bunch of cool qualities that people, in my experience, are looking for in architectural and unique homes. So let's go ahead and get started. This is 5715 Satsuma Avenue in North Hollywood, California. This is not my listing. It is listed by Tori Horowitz at Compass, but as a buyer, you really deserve your own representation. And this home is unique for a couple of reasons starting off the gate. Number one, it was built in 1949. 1949 was a very interesting time in Southern California architecture, and there's almost this sort of pre-mid-century modern style. I mean, I'm counting this as a mid-century modern. It was built in the middle of the 20th century. But one of the things to note here is that if you are a fan of some of the pre-war type homes, like some of the Neutras, some of the Schindler houses, if you're a big Gregory Ain fan, for example, this home is going to share a lot of those qualities. But because it was built towards the end of this era, it's also going to have some of the more modern conveniences. And this one's completely redone, and I think they've done a very nice, sensitive job. And there's a couple of things about this house that make it particularly desirable. So number one is the price. This is right in that Goldilocks zone, $1.2 million. Is that a cheap house? No. But this is definitely less than that mid ones type properties that you're seeing. I know a lot of times we feature things that are well under $1 million as entry level properties, and I wanted to kind of do something a little bit in the middle. What if you have a little bit more money? What do you get? Well, you also get a larger home when you do that. This one is just over 1,700 square feet, and it is on a lot that is over 7,000 square feet. So let's go ahead and jump in, and we can talk a little bit about what makes this house special and why I like it so much. So one of the things that I do really like about this house is that this front yard has kind of been developed into a non-grass landscape with mature trees. They've redone kind of the facade, the paneling on this house, giving it kind of a two-tone upper and lower appearance. I actually like that a lot. I think it's executed well. And you also have a walled off front yard. So kind of a nice touch to extend that living space. Then we have this kind of living room space, right? And I absolutely love this kind of a feature, which was really popular in the 1930s and 40s in the more modernist homes, more the international style houses. You've got tall windows, and then you've got these clear story windows up here. And what's interesting about these is these were not invented so much as a design element, but because of the available door and window hardware at the time. It was a lot harder to get super tall windows like this. It also looks like these are actually jealousy windows up above too, which means they are openable for ventilation. Super cool feature. Definitely like this one a lot. And you've got great views in onto this patio. This is kind of a great room concept. Again, really forward thinking by the standards of the era. So you've got dining room space in here. It's all connected as one. And then you've got a kitchen over here, which we're going to take a look at. This is looking at the other end. You've got, again, some jealousy windows here towards this end that are also available for ventilation. Another view here. And then this is, again, looking more out into that back space there. We've got a great fireplace in the corner. I think what's cool about this house is that it's just really clean, right? It's not trying so hard to be cool or interesting. It's just a very comfortable place to be. Those of you who know me know that is my preferred style, right? Is that homes that have that kind of effortless quality to them. Close up of that corner fireplace. And then this is that dining room and kitchen area. And there's a couple of things about this kitchen that I really like. This is our front door entry area here. I like the simplicity of this kitchen. And I think a lot of people would have said, you should just remove everything and get rid of everything in this kitchen and start over. And I'm so glad that it doesn't appear that the sellers did this. I'm not sure if this is the original wood material itself, though it looks like it. But I do know this is the original cabinetry. And the way we can tell is by, if you look at these hinges, they're concealed hinges or mostly concealed hinges, but they have just this little hint of the hinge pivot points available. So, in the late 1940s, this was probably one of the cleanest looks that you could get as far as kitchen cabinets went. And you'll notice how underneath the kitchen sink, how there's kind of an indentation, how it kind of comes in a little bit. Again, that is a function of the era. Another thing that tells me that the boxes themselves are most likely the original boxes for this house. And we've got kind of a modern stove that's been put in here, more contemporary dual ovens, which is nice. And then you've got this great garden window that looks out into the front there from in that over the sink. This is the primary bedroom, and a couple of things you're going to notice. These ceilings are extra tall in this house. I think that does a lot to make a 1,700 square foot home look particularly large. You've also got a lot of built-in storage. Look at this this built-in closet wall over here. This was a high-end house when this home was built. You've got a big slider going into the backyard as well. This was not just a typically constructed home at the time. This is the primary suite bathroom. We've got some original cabinetry with, and gosh, I love this. This appears to be, it's a particular color of Caesar stone. I forget the name of it, but it's this kind of lime avocado green. It's kind of almost a radioactive avocado. And you'll see just up here, there's a few more of these jalousie windows available. We've got another secondary bedroom here. Again, jalousie windows for ventilation, a door leading outside. This could make a great office as well. And then we've got a secondary bathroom, which has been redone, but I think they've been pretty sensitive about this. They retained some of the original wood elements, and there's a great skylight and shower. By the way, I think skylights are a highly underrated design feature. I think most people would prefer to have more light in their homes. We just don't see them as often as I would expect in sunny Southern California. This is another secondary bedroom. You've got access to the outside. So all of these bedrooms have access to the outside, and then a wall of built-ins, including this cool kind of built-in desk. I think they're using this as kind of more of a den space, but I think this would be a great bedroom for somebody as well, or a guest suite. And then we've got this backyard, which again, is this the fanciest backyard that we've seen? No, but it kind of offers a little bit of everything. And so if you're looking here, you've got a pool area, you've got a dining and lounge area over here, you've got a fire pit area. There's a lot of plant material in here. I love plant material. You've got this cool wooden boardwalk. I mean, just really great integration and a nice job. And really, this is a lot of lifestyle for $1.2 million. I think you get a lot in this house. This is looking back towards the bedrooms. Each of these spaces has its own sense of identity. This doesn't look like a bunch of other houses. So, this is kind of more of a long and narrow house. And I love this design, and I love the value that you get for your money. And I don't get to say that very often, right? I don't get to talk about what you actually get for the money. Again, this is listed at $1.2 million. This is not a property. It's not cheap. And I don't want to make it sound like I'm talking about a cheap property, but I think this is in the realm of affordable for dual income, frequently affluent first-time home buyers. I think this is very much a doable house. And that's what I like about it. It's a good amount of space. It's not a tiny house. It's got all the amenities. It's been nicely remodeled. And frankly, it is a great underlying design. Anyhow, thank you so much for watching. Questions and comments, we love them. As always, if you have questions about this particular house, or if there are other homes that you are interested in, we would love to hear from you and talk houses. It's Friday. Have a great weekend, everybody, and we'll see you again real soon.